my name is Kelly Blumenthal. I am the Acting Director of the IU's Office for Astronomy Outreach, and welcome to this interview series celebrating LGBTQIA+ astronomers. This week, in honor of the UN Free and Equal and GLAAD anti-bullying campaign Spirit Day, we're highlighting some amazing stories of perseverance and activism from queer astronomers across the globe. In this interview, you'll hear from Natália Amarinho Nunes, an astronomer and outreach professional in Brazil. Now, unlike the rest of our interviews, this one is only audio. Natália is currently working with indigenous communities in the Amazonas and had limited access to internet, but she was kind enough to prepare this audio for our series. So, Natália, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Natália Amarinho, a Brazilian astrophysicist and public science communicator. I believe that in science and in life, the secrets lie in transdisciplinarity, trying to be in diverse experience, in the interstices and the mixtures between bodies and science, education, arts, and technology. Over the last 4 years, I have dedicated a lot of time to understand the cosmo-perceptions of indigenous peoples and transforming them into accessible materials such as booklets, puzzles, short films, and playing cards. And despite of the difficulties of not being a pure astrophysicist, as some of my peers say, I think that building this path that crosses borders, talks to the other knowledges, makes me proud. And finally, as Isabella Stengers says, I'm trying to make the science dance.
What's been your experience as a part of the LGBTQIA+ community in astronomy and in public engagement? And how's that evolved over time?
Experience as a cis lesbian woman in the LGBT plus community in astronomy is that this is just another name on the list. Because in the institutions I've been to, the subject has never been discussed. The first meeting of LGBT women I attended was in 2020, the Sapa Cientista, organized by Professora Catemari Rosa from the Federal University of Bahia and Professora Isabela Priscila from the Federal Institute of Bahia, where we were able to safely share and think about possible ways to improve the space we were in. Not long afterwards, I was selected to take part in the American Physical Society IDEA project as a member of the advisory board. In Brazil, specifically, it wasn't until 2022 that Professora Gabriele Weber from São Paulo University and her collaborators carried out a survey of LGBT plus people in Brazilian universities. In other words, we have a long way to go.
How do you think we could or should make astronomy a safe place for future generations of queer astronomers?
We need to create safe counter space for listening to and sharing this voice in institutions. And secondly, there are two important references which are a guide to good practices produced by the LGBT Working Group of the American Astronomical Society, and the IDEA project is sponsored by the American Physics Society.
If you could go back in time to when you first started pursuing a career in astronomy, what advice would you give yourself?
My advice would be to always believe in yourself and in the confluence that life will show you.
Do you have any advice for future generations of LGBTQIA plus astronomers, or any final thoughts?
I quote Nego Bispo, a quilombola thinker, who says, a river doesn't stop being a river because it flows into another river. On the contrary, it becomes itself and other rivers. It becomes stronger. When we converge, we don't stop being us. We become us and other people.